Hi everyone, welcome back. In the previous video, we learned that Kafka tracks the progress of each consumer using something called consumer group. Let me show you that. So we have a consumer group program. So we were running this program multiple times and we were using different group IDs, and the group IDs are called as consumer group. Today, let's see how we can inspect the information directly from Kafka. So I was running these programs here and we were looking at the terminal and we saw how we were waiting for the message and we were capturing message using Kafka testing demo topic. And now I'm going to describe what happens at the Kafka broker level when these consumer groups are getting connected to the topic. So I'm going to take you to the terminal and have the command typed, and now I'm going to list it first to see the number of consumer groups we already have. So for that, I'm going to first list the number of consumer groups we created as part of the sessions. So first I listed them. You can see that Kafka is displaying every consumer group that has connected. Next, what I'm going to show is I'm going to take it to the detail where we have values of the offsets that got committed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to list these things. So first I listed them and now I'm going to describe a particular consumer group ID. So what it gives me is the group ID, which is demo dev2. That is what I used here. And the topic it is connected to is Kafka testing demo. That is the only topic we created. And the partition is 0 and current offset is 5 and lag offset is 5. There is no lag in this, and the consumer ID, host and client, there's nothing in it. So let's pick another topic, another consumer group maybe. Okay, so there is another topic that is also connected to Kafka testing demo. And if you look at it, there is current offset is 3 and log offset is 5. So here the lag is, so what we did in this prompt is we were trying to describe the consumer group demo earliest. To notice that Kafka was showing like several columns. To understand them like little bit briefly, the first column is your consumer group, which is also group ID. The next column is topic, which is the topic that this group was connected. And third is partition that the consumer is using from. We were using partition as 0. That is why it is showing it as 0 here. And these three things, current offset, log offset, and lag. This is going to tell you about the next position the consumer group will continue reading from. Log end offset, it represents the latest available message in the topic. It means when we ran this demo, the offset we committed was 3. And then I would have stopped the program that had group ID as demo earliest. And then when I would have ran the producer program maybe 2 more times, demo earliest has not received it yet. So it would have committed the offset as 3. And when now we come to the Kafka broker and see it at the back end, we see that there are 2 more messages waiting for this demo earliest consumer to be consuming, and there is a lag of, so lag basically tells how many messages are waiting to be processed by this consumer. For example, the current offset is 3 and the log end offset is 5, which means the lag is 2. It also means that 2 messages that this consumer group has not yet been processed. So I'm going to start the consumer and check if it is going to read the pending message. So it is for demo earliest. Let's open the consumer let's open the consumer program, and here what I have finally left off is test. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change this thing to demo earliest because that is the consumer group that has offset lag is to. Let's look at the name demo hyphen earliest. So yeah, let me run. Also, you will be watching this that I haven't run the producer yet because it has already been run multiple times and this particular consumer has not consumed the messages. So right now I'm trying to run them and we'll have to check whether the Kafka is going to go to 0 because right now the lag value is 2. So here we go. So we received the offset value of 3 and 4 from the same topic, Kafka testing. It read the pending message. So now this is finished. What I'll do is I'm going back to the broker terminal and let's rerun the describe command for the group ID demo earliest. So I have described and I have put the demo earliest as my group. And let's run, see what is going to be my offset lag. So my current offset has been committed as 5 and my lag offset is still 5 and log offset is 5 and my lag is 0, and it is also printing consumer ID value. So previously that was not there because right now the consumer is active, so it is generating a Kafka ID for it. So even that's not the point to be taken here. The point we are trying to focus on is current offset and log end offset. And when we'll watch this program, let's one more time check what all we have passed. We have passed the consumer group detail and your auto offset is earliest and the server detail. There is nothing much passed here. And when we are printing, we are just printing the topic, partition, offset, and the value. So if you notice, the lag has become 0, which means consumer has caught up with all the available messages. One important thing to remember is that lag belongs to consumer group and not to the topic itself. And two different consumer groups reading the same topic can have completely different lag values because Kafka tracks their progress independently. So let's see, I can look for any other groups that could be having the lag, and we can change the group ID to them and see whether the lag is go back to 0. So let's try with demo. Let's try with test A group. If it is 0, it means there won't be any lag, but let's just have a look. So yeah. So for the consumer group, test A group. So what I basically did is I'm running my describe command with the consumer group name, and I'm checking for a different consumer group ID which is not having any active member, and it says that the current position is 1 and the log end offset is going to be is 5 and the lag is 4. So there are 5 messages producer has produced and this consumer has not consumed it, so the lag value is 4. We can always make it 0 by changing this consumer group of this particular program and give this topic a topic name which is test A hyphen, and when you run that, it is also going to receive the 2, 3, and 4 messages like it did to the previous program. I'm not going to run this thing for now. So if we just track this previous one and a previous topic which is demo earliest and this one, it is having lag 2 and this one is having lag 4. So two different groups reading the same topic can have a different log values because Kafka tracks their progress independently. Understanding the consumer groups and lag is very useful when testing Kafka applications because it tells whether consumers are keeping up with incoming message. In the next video, we'll learn how Kafka saves this progress automatically using a property called auto commit and how the applications can choose to commit offsets manually. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.